Hello and welcome to day 20 of the 30-day challenge. And the key topic for the next couple of minutes is going to be how do you make learning a way of being? And I'm just going to get you to reflect on what would it be like if you operated in an environment where the rate of change were greater than the rate of learning. And I guess if you were operating in that environment, it would feel that you were always on the back foot. You were always in catch-up mode. You always felt that you were chasing the competition or chasing the opportunities. But in contrast, what would it be like if you operated in an office or a team or environment where the rate of learning were greater than the rate of change? And I guess here it would feel exciting. Here it would feel liberating. Here it would feel as though you had all the confidence, the tools, the capabilities to thrive in a world that was constantly changing. So how do you get that to that state where the rate of learning is greater than the rate of change? And I'm going to propose just 3 simple but highly effective ways of making that happen. And the first is to bake learning into any operational meeting. Now, one of the pains and bugbears that most employees have is the amount of time they spend in endless meetings. But what if meetings don't necessarily need to be dull and one way? What if you actually created moments in any operational meeting where you did a post-mortem on success, where you analyze why we are getting great customer feedback or great customer service, or you did a post-mortem on a project that under-delivered or went over budget. But rather than blaming individuals and finger pointing, you actually got individuals to share learning. And that was a normal part of operating, and that were a normal way of working. The other thing I'm going to encourage you to think about is whether you could create a feedback-rich culture where individuals on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, thought nothing of contacting at least 3 people and asking for feedback, 2 things that you think I've done well and 1 thing that you think I could improve. What if you actually encouraged peer-to-peer feedback in any monthly meeting or operational meeting? What if you actually yourself made a point of regularly and consistently giving feedback on what individuals do well and the things that they can improve? Because it's only through feedback, it's only through self-awareness, it's only through self-assessment and calibration do individuals identify and know where the gaps are and where they need to improve and what learning will help bridge the gap. And then the final thing I'm going to get you to think about is actually assigning projects to different individuals in the team rather than always the same faces and the same hands being volunteering. But rather than just assigning stretch projects to individuals as a way of stretching them and giving them new learning and taking them outside their comfort zone, I'm saying that you also then offer regular and consistent fit coaching where you help individuals think through the key decisions they need to make for the week ahead, how the key stakeholders they need to try and influence, the things that they need to pay particular attention to, the difficult conversations they may need to have. And you coach them through each of those key challenges on a regular basis. So they're getting real-time development, both in terms of behavior point of view, but also from an implementation and a delivery point of view. So I hope that's been helpful. And my key challenge to you is to get you to think about, so what's the one thing you could be implementing this week or this month? What's the conversation you could be having with your team about how learning can become a default setting and how where our rate of learning can be greater than the rate of change. So thank you. Thanks for engaging. Thanks for listening. And I will see you on Challenge 21.